Good day everyone, I'm Jörgen Remmelg, I'm the CEO of XMReality. Today it's April the 28th. We're out driving here in Sweden. It's a rainy day. With me I have our Chief Marketing Officer Johanna Edepil, who just joined the company management team. So Johanna, tell us about yourself.
Yes, I'm almost as new to the company as you are. I started in January this year and I have a background in sales, marketing analytics, and also predominantly within marketing and marketing strategy. And we have a very interesting time ahead of us here at XMReality, and today we're sitting here in the car. Why?
Well, we have the COVID-19 situation. We're in the midst of that, unfortunately, and we have difficulty to reach out to our investors or keeping the investor relations up to a level which we think we need to. So hence some new ideas of how we try to reach out to you guys, and we're doing it the digital way instead.
Yeah, and today we thought that we are going to shine some light on the quarterly report, which we released this past Friday. And to start with, Jörgen, are you satisfied with the report?
Well, I think it was an okay report. It's not good, it's not bad, it's okay only. Obviously myself and the owners wanted a higher growth rate, so that's the expectation. But still, I think it was okay.
And in the report we mentioned that we had that order backlog increased with 48% compared to same period last year, but on the other hand net sales only increased 15%. So why is there such a big difference between these numbers?
Yeah, that's correct, and that's typically what you see in a situation of growth. So the order backlog contains remaining work to be recognized as net sales. And as a SaaS company with a subscription, we only recognize 1/12 of the annual revenues each month. So this is why the order backlog grew 48% and the net sales grow less, meaning 15%. So that's the result of the model we have, and again shows growth.
Yeah, and it's quite a typical model for a software as a service company, from what I gather. But another interesting figure which we mention is the usage of our app, which we can see is up over 300% end of this period.
Yeah, that's fantastic for us, and it's a testament of the quality and the services as such. I mean, if the customer base increased their usage, it's a good product essentially. If they would not increase the usage, it would be the opposite message to us. So I'm super stoked to see that increase of 4x or roughly 300%.
And in March we could see a very high order intake, which came both from existing customers but also some of the new customer. But we had an interesting example of a new old customer. Right. So Electrolux is a returning customer, also a good testament of the quality of the service. So they return now only a couple of months after ending the previous phase, and indeed we signed a 3-year contract with Electrolux Professional. Mm-hmm. Are there any other deals we've closed which are extra interesting to talk about?
Yeah, of course. I think the social housing deal is interesting, where the typical application being industrial field services has now segued into facility management. And not only that, it's also a deal which goes from business to consumer or B2C business as opposed to typical B2B business.
Which is really a step forward for our application, where we can see some market maturity.
Yeah, right, and also the easy to use features of the product for sure, where consumers with not so much training can immediately go and use the product.
And we also had another deal with a brand which I believe most of us are familiar with, which was Nestlé.
Right, so obviously Nestlé is the present company, a very big company. It's a global deal we struck with Nestlé. Globally for their over 180 countries they operate in. So the deal as such doesn't guarantee more order intake than the press release listed, but for sure we have great hopes that we will do a good job for Nestlé and grow that specific business.
But now where we have our investors on the line here, hopefully, what would you say are the biggest takeaways from this report?
Well, I would say number one, the fact that the number of requests for proposals coming in grew significantly in March at the end of the quarter. Number two, the increased order intake, which you do see in the increased backlog. March was a very good month, and the 300% increase in usage from our existing customer base. Those are my top three takeaways.
So we can summarize with that we could really see a good momentum within the company end of this quarter, and hopefully this momentum will continue into the next quarter, but that remains to be seen in the next report, and we hope to be able to get back to all of you with a similar update by then. But I guess that's it from us, Jörgen.
Yeah, that's it from today, right?
It.
So goodbye everyone.
Yeah, thank you for listening in. Bye bye.